So first, let's see the application, right? Uh, let's go through a high level overview of application. Then we will start manufacturing. So this is the cloud application. You no need to, maybe lot of people already know, but whoever not aware about the application, right? For them, so you no need to install any software or hardware, like EBS. How you will install, right? It's just like your Gmail, right? You have to enter the URL and you have to log in with your username and password. Let me log in. Let's assume he is the admin, right? Generally, whenever you start the project, your DBR maybe admin, he has the access to the application. What that admin will do, he will create the user account for you, so that with that user account, you will log into the application and you will perform the all the transactions, right? So let's assume SCM25 is the admin. Let me log in with admin. So this is the home page. Left side you will find a navigator, nothing but what are the module access you are having. This user is having complete access, but in real time it's not like that, right? In real time, maybe in dev instance you will get the module access. In production you won't get it. Why? Because you are not going to performing any transactions, right? Only business users only will get the access to corresponding module. For example, manufacturing access. In production you won't get it. Why? Because you are not the employer for a customer, right? Whoever may be client, right? Whoever working for client, their business users, they will get the access to manufacturing. They will enter the transactions. During the transactions, if any issues are there, then we have to support them as a consultant. That point you know very well. So in real time, how it will work? Whoever may be working in procurement team, buyers, they will get only access to the procurement. Maybe whoever working on inventory, they will get only access to the inventory. Whoever may be working on manufacturing, they will get only access to work definition and work execution. It depends on what is the role employee is right doing in that particular organization. Accordingly, we will provide the access to him. So how you will provide the access in EBS? How you will provide? By assigning the responsibilities, right? Here, how you will do? By assigning the roles. So you have to assign the roles. That means, for example, right, one user joined in procurement team. So in that case, right, if he joined in procurement team, right, purchasing team, you will assign procurement role called buyer. So if you assign role called buyer, procurement role, he will get the access to procurement module. Suppose one person joined in inventory warehouse. He is the warehouse operator. He will perform all inventory related operations. Then what you will do? You have to give the inventory access to him. So for that, you are having warehouse operator role and warehouse manager role. So now if you assign these roles, two roles, he will get the access to the warehouse. Inventory module, he will get the access. So now can he perform the transactions? No, he cannot perform the transaction. Why? Because just simply you assign the role, but you didn't specify against which inventory organization he is performing the transaction. Let's assume I'm having 100 organizations. Let's assume I'm having two organizations, New York and New Jersey. Now, where I am performing the transaction, whether New York or maybe New Jersey or maybe in both. So that access also you have to provide. So that means assigning a role to your business user access. If you want to provide access to your business users, it is a two-step process. First, step one, you have to assign the role to your business user corresponding role. For example, if he is he is working in manufacturing plant, right, production. So then you will provide the access to production supervisor or maybe production operator. We will see what are the exact roles. Production operator role. So if you assign this role, he will get the access to manufacturing. But can he create work orders? No, he cannot create. Why? Because I'm having two manufacturing plants, New York and New Jersey, where he is going to perform the transaction, where he is working, either New York or maybe New Jersey or maybe in both. That one we will call it as a data access. So you have to explicitly specify user and role combination against for which inventory organization or maybe for against which manufacturing plant he is performing the transaction, where he is working, right? So every module, if you want to provide access to your business user, it's a two-step process. Step one, you have to assign corresponding module role. Step two, you have to provide the data access for business users. Then what about consultants? Consultants, if you see that business user, they won't perform any transaction, right? They won't perform any setups. They will perform only transactions. But as a functional consultant, what we will do? We will configure the application. We won't perform any transactions. Just we will configure the application. To configure the application, what are the roles you require? So you need some permissions, right? So to configure that one, how you will configure in application? Here we are having one tool called FSM, Functional Setup Manager. FSM is a centralized repository. So by using FSM, we will configure, right? We will configure the any application. So where you will find here, if you go to user level, if you click on user, here you can see setup and maintenance. If you click on setup and maintenance, so this is nothing but a FSM. FSM is a centralized repository. By using FSM, you will do the configuration. If you see, if I want to configure procurement, all these setups are available, right? So if you click on functional area, corresponding setups will display here. Or maybe if I want to do manufacturing, then go to manufacturing. Or maybe if I want to do finance, go to finance. So let's go to manufacturing. So all your setups, right? For example, item structure. These are the setups are available. And if you want to configure manufacturing, these are the setups are available. By default, system will show you mandatory setups. You can see required task. That means you must configure these configurations. But optional setups are available. So if you want to see the optional setups, go to all tasks. You will find all the setups which are related to manufacturing. Maybe I want to configure shipping. Then go to shipping, right? So by using FSM, right, any consultant, right, whether you are working in PO, right, responsible for finance, SCM, planning, anything, right, you have to do all your configurations from FSM. FSM is a centralized repository. By using that, you will do the configurations. Let me complete this topic, sir. I will take up your question. Okay. End of the topic. Yes, we are having Q&A. There you can ask any questions. Okay. So that means every functional consultant must have access to FSM, right? That is the basic thing for every consultant. Then how you will get the access? How you will get is same thing. You have to assign the role. What is the role you have to assign? So I will enter here roles. So to get the FSM, right, your admin, what he will do? He will create one user account for you and he will assign role called application implementation consultant. So if you got this role, if you assign this role to your user, right, your user, you will get the access to FSM. Now you can go and configure the application. Now let's see. So how he will do, your admin. So admin, how he will do the user account, right? We are having one tool called security console. This one we won't get access. Maybe in dev instance you will get the access for security console. But in production instance, only admin only having security console. Like in EBS, right? It is equal to system administrator. Responsibility is there, right? System admin. Same thing. System admin. In EBS, do you get a system administrator access? No, right? Maybe in dev instance you will get it, but in production you won't get it. If you want to assign any user, if you want to assign any responsibilities to the user in EBS, what you will do? You will ask your DBA, so he will configure behalf of you, right? Same thing here. In dev instance, you may get it. You will get it in dev instance, but in production, you won't get anything. In production, maximum you will get only FSM only to do the configuration. That's it. Even some organization, they won't give you also. So in currently, whatever project I am working, I won't have any production access. That is purely depends on your customer requirement. So whenever issues occurs, we have to schedule a call with business users. we have to understand the issue. Accordingly, we have to provide the solution. Or else, latest clone is available, right? In that latest clone, from production clone, right? Dev instance, we have to reproduce the issue and we have to work on that one. It purely depends on your customer choice, how they will provide the, whether they will provide the access to you or not. Anyway, go back to our topic. So by using security console, right? Your admin, right? Generally, admins, they will have the access to security console. What is the purpose of security console? By using security console, right? You will maintain the access control. Means you can create the users, you can create the new roles. Like in by using system administrator, how you will create custom responsibilities in EBS. Same thing by using security console. Simply saying by using security console, we will do users and role maintenance activities we will do. So that means whenever you're in project, what your system admin do? He will go to security console, he will create one user account for you, and for that user account, mandatorily he will assign this is the role. So if you assign this role, you will get the access to FSM. Now let's see. Now let's assume I am the sysadmin. Let me provide access to you. So how to connect to security console? Go to navigator, tools, security console. So whatever existing roles are there, you can search here. Anyway, we will see. We are having separate session on roles. We will see. You can create new custom roles. You can create new custom roles, and also you can compare roles. Let's assume Oracle by default in EBS, how Oracle will provide you seeded responsibilities will give you, right? Oracle. So based on your customer requirement, you will create your own custom roles. Similarly, custom responsibilities. Similarly, Oracle will give you, for example, right? This is the inventory role. Maybe if you assign this role, your user will get a complete inventory access. But your customer, he don't want to give complete access. He want to give some specific access only. In that case, what you will do? You will customize the role. Now I am having seeded role and also I am having custom role. Now I want to compare both roles so that I can understand what are the changes I have made. Yes, you can compare two roles. System will give you what are the options are missing in role 1, what are the options are missing in role 2. A complete comparison system will give you automatically. Then if you go to users, this is the place where you will create new user accounts, so that by using that user accounts, we will log into the application. And also we will assign the corresponding roles to the user from here. So let's go to users. You can create a new user and also you can compare two users, right? I'm having user 1 and user 2. I want to compare their access levels. Yes, I can do. Or maybe if you want query existing user, for example, my I'm using SCM25 as admin, right? Let's go to SCM25. Sorry, SCM25. So this is the user account Oracle provided in demo instance. In production, Oracle won't provide you anything except sysadmin user. Okay. Now let me create new user, one user for us. So what is the last name? Let's say I will go with FA. So implementation consultant. Sorry. 1 second. User account. FA underscore. FA underscore implementation user. So you can give, right, your username, whatever may be used, generally, right, sorry, email ID. They will enter your company email ID, optionally phone numbers. This is the user account system created. It is a combination of first name and last name. As I didn't enter first name, system didn't use. If you want, you can enter first name so that it will be the combination of last name and first name. So this is my user account. I will log in by using this user account. I will do the configuration. And what is the password? So initially he will reset your password and he will share with you. And what are the roles? As you are working as a consultant, your job is only to configure the application, right? So now let me assign application implementation consultant. Application implementation consultant. So forget about these duplicate roles. Somebody right copied. That is the reason here you can see copy. But if you go to production, you will get only one role. So this is the role. So you add it. Once you add it, now your user is having access to FSM. Suppose now I want to define you also as admin. That means if I define you as admin, you will get the access to this security console. You also can create the users and you also can create the roles and you also can assign the roles. So in that case, how you will provide the access to security console? By assigning IT security manager. IT security manager. So if you assign this role, what will happen? User will get the access to security console. Security console. Nothing but a sysadmin. Generally, we won't get it. Only admin, right? Like DBA. Only they will get this access. But anyway, just to show you, I am assigning IT security manager. Maximum in dev instance, we will get it. In UAT or production instance, we won't get it. Just you can correlate with UBS. In UBS, you will get the sysadmin, no, right? Every time we have to go to DBA and we have to request him if you want to do anything, right? So once you assign the role, right, user will get the access. Let's assume sometimes, even though you assign the role, user won't get the access. In that case, what you have to do is you have to run one concurrent job. How to run concurrent job? In EBS, we will call it as a concurrent programs. Here we will call it as a concurrent jobs. So go to navigator. Let's assume I done all the things, but that user you reported me, you are still not getting the access. So now what you have to do? As admin, I will go to tools, schedule process. From here, we will run all the seeded concurrent programs. So click on schedule process. Retrieve latest LDAP changes. So what it will do is it will synchronize your users and role access. This is the job you have to run. But that is not the case. But frankly speaking, in my career, I never ran this one. I never faced this issue. But sometimes, very rarely, you may face this issue. Even though you assign the roles, your user won't get the access. In that case, please run this job. Even after running also, your user is not getting the job. Then no option. Raise an Oracle SR, support SR, they will guide you. Okay. Oh, I forgot what is the username. Let me go back to again security console, tools, security console. So go to users. Just now we created right one user account. Let me search with I think FA underscore. Yeah, this is the user account. Let me log out and log in as a this user. Let me check it whether right as of now I assigned these two roles. So as I assign these roles, I must have access to FSM, right? Let's see whether I have the access or not. So this activity your admin will do whenever you join in any project. This is the first activity, right? Otherwise, if you are not having access to application, you cannot perform anything. This is the first activity your admin will do. Now you can see. If you go here, I got the access to tools, security console. Why all the things came based on your IT security manager. If I go to user level, now I got the access to setup and maintenance. Now I can do the configuration to any module. So this is the home page. So here you can add your favorites. In EBS, you will add top 10, right? Whatever maybe frequently you are accessing, those forms you can add. Anyway, we will see how to add. But here there is any limit. In EBS, you can add only top 10, right? If I remember correctly. But here you can add any number of forms, we will see. And if you are having any notifications, right? Maybe one person created purchase order, it came for my approval. So now where I will see what are the pending notifications, this is the bell icon. All pending notifications I can see here. I can take the action. Okay. So this is the first activity your system in perform. Now I am have the access to the FSM, right? Every consultant, whoever working in your project, whether he is a finance consultant, HCM, procurement, or maybe manufacturing, costing, whoever may be, inventory, right? Whoever may be, right? Every functional consultant must have access to the FSM. By using FSM only, we will do all the configuration. Any questions? Somebody
Okay.
raised hand,
Sorry,
Naresh
go.
or something. Sorry, April,
Yeah,
please.
Narendra, go.
Mm.
Okay. Rishi, my question is, where we get the list of roles? Is it in Oracle PDF or somewhere? Okay, for this action.
Oracle documentation is available, sir.
Okay. And what is you remember the guide which we need to refer? What is the name of the guide? Is it
No, I will
inventory
go
guide
through,
or?
sir. As I mentioned yesterday, right? We are having one day separate session is there on Oracle documentation. I will discuss.
Okay.
But
Thank you.
for time being, you don't need to worry. I will give you all the roles. What are the roles required? So now I discussed 2 roles, right? So like this, topic by topic, I will add all the seeded roles, whatever Oracle is providing. But anyway, I will go through documentation. We have separate session.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Yeah. Any further question? Anyone?
Well, apart from the roles, roles and all this stuff, what else does the administrator do in Oracle Cloud?
Lot of things they will do, sir. Here, if you go right, security console, right? You will find here admin. He will see now how your username system automatically combination of your username, first name and last name, right? How it's configured. So you will go to user category. So in this user category, they will define how your usernames must be. So now by default, first name and last name. Let's assume maybe your company, they don't want first name and last name. Whenever I am creating user account, your email ID is your user account. So where you will configure is, he will do here user accounts. And also single sign-on, right? Generally companies will use single sign-on, right?
Right.
And the
Okay.
certifications, if any certifications, Oracle, right, to support third-party integration, some certifications you have to import. Lot of things you will do, admin. Okay. Yeah. Naresh, I think you raised a.
Yeah, it got answered because I was asking about the customization of the roles, and you answered that.
Okay. It's possible, sir. Like how you will do. Anyway, we have one. That is the last session of our course. How to customize the role. We will see.
Thank you.
Right. If you go here, you will get lot of options. Just to show you.
Again, Rishi, if you are customizing the role, whether it will be the same cost as like seeded roles or it will be lesser cost.
Cost means money you are asking.
Money like what Oracle is charging to
No,
company.
Oracle will charge based on number of users, sir. That is what I know. How many users you are
Okay.
using. Right?
Okay.
If you see, for
Okay. See, for
example, if you
example,
go to procurement, right, they won't charge you
yeah.
like a fee. It's not a fixed amount. How many procurement agents are there? How many buyers
Yes.
are there? If you are having, please, I don't know exact amount how much they charge. Let's assume
That is
per
okay.
buyer,
Yeah.
let's
But
assume
yeah.
$100. Let's assume per buyer $100. If you are having 10 buyers, you have to pay only 1,000 rupees only. If you are having 1 lakh buyers, 1 lakh into 100. It's based on number of users, your usage.
Okay. Got it. Yeah.
And if you see, right, if I search with any seeded role, for example, warehouse manager, so you will get lot of options here. You can go with pictorial way, you can simulate the navigator. Anyway, all these options we will discuss as part of role customization. Fine. Any further questions? Similarly, for business users, if you want to provide access, what you have to do? First of all, your HRMS team, what they will do? They will import the employees, right? While importing the employees only, automatically system will create the user accounts for each and every employee user accounts. Now that is individual consultant responsibility. Once user account got created, suppose I am working in manufacturing. So I know, right? As I am working in manufacturing, I know who are the manufacturing users. For all those users, what you will do? I have to provide the access, right? If you are working in procurement, that is your responsibility. You have to provide the access to procurement. If you are working in finance, that is your responsibility. For finance team, you have to provide the access. So for business users, how you will provide the access? It is a two-step process. You will assign the role to the user so that he will get the access. But question is where he is performing, in which entity he is performing, whether he is doing performing transaction in New York or New Jersey, or maybe you provided procurement access, whether he is creating purchase orders in a US operating unit or maybe India operating unit, or maybe you provided finance access, ledger, whether he is creating ledgers in US ledger or maybe India ledger. So that point also we have to specify, that is nothing but a data access. It is a two-step process. Anyway, as of now, just we created consultant user. Further sessions, we will create business user and we will see how to assign the roles and how to provide the data access to them. Or else, anyway, we started topic, right? Let me show you. But generally in real time, what will happen? We won't create, we are not responsible for that. Employees, right? Your HRMS team, even they won't create manually, they will load the data. Suppose if you are not having HRMS, what will happen? Nothing will happen. For example, in EBS, right? How you will use shared HRMS. Similarly, Oracle will give you shared HRMS. That means only employees you can create. Other than that, you cannot do anything. Let me create one employee. So go to setup and maintenance. So now I got the access, right? So now I'm going to creating one business user, employee. Generally, this activity your HRMS team will perform. You can pick any module. Anyway, as we are in manufacturing training, I will go with the manufacturing. So go to users and security. This is the place where you will create employees, and for those employees, you will provide the data access. Manage users. So this one we will call it as a task. So all the tasks, whatever we are going to use in Excel, I will highlight in blue color. So this Excel I will share with you people's end of the course. Okay? Why? Because it is keep on, right? I will update, right? It's not possible every day. Manage users. So if you are having any existing employees, you can search it, or else click on plus symbol. Okay. And who is the employee? Let's say I will go with FA. Employee name is, simply I will say employee. Okay. You have to give proper name. Okay. Maybe FA is user mail ID and a hire date, phone number, all the things you can enter. What is his user account? Means by using this user account, he is going to log into the application. FA IMPL. Or else if this user already having user account, but only employee record is not there, then you can click on user account and you can associate this employee record to the corresponding user account. Select send username and password checkbox so that this user, right, system will automatically drop and send an email to this email ID about username, instance URL, username, and also link to reset the password. Person type is a employee, and it will ask you. But before coming to this one, right, before creating the employees, your finance team, right, prerequisite he has to configure. So what is the prerequisite? Enterprise structure. In EBS, you will call it as enterprise structure, right? Sorry, in EBS, what you will call organization structure, right? So here we will call it as a enterprise structure. That means they have to create the ledger, and then your finance team, they will create the legal entity. Then EBS, what you will do? You will create the operating unit, right? That is nothing but here we will call it as a business unit. Under that, you are having one master organization. In EBS, you will call it as a master organization. Here we will call it as a item organization. Under that, right, all your inventory organizations or maybe your manufacturing plants available. So in demo instance, by default, Oracle will give you seeded structure. What is the seeded structure? Ledger name is US primary ledger. Legal entity name is US1 legal entity. But in real time, your financing, they have to configure. Business unit name is US1 business unit. Master organization name is 00000. That is nothing but a name is operation. And inventory organization names are 001. This is the Oracle will give you in demo instance. I think name is Seattle. I think Seattle. Anyway, forget about name. 002, 003, 004, 005. Like this, seeded structure is available. But in real time, what will happen? Whoever working on finance, they will configure up to here, right? Then inventory team, they will configure item organization and inventory organization. These are the prerequisite for manufacturing. Then as a manufacturing consultant, what I will do? Let's assume I have 5 inventory organizations. In these 2 places only, I am doing the manufacturing. So once inventory organization is available, as a manufacturing consultant, I will go and enable these 2 are the manufacturing plants and I will start the manufacturing implementation. So in demo instance, Oracle, these are the seeded one, but in real time, whoever working on corresponding modules, those will configure. So for us, what we will do is, we will use everything up to here seeded one, okay, up to here, whatever Oracle provided. Then we will start configuring, right, our inventory organization. Let's assume New York and New Jersey. Then we will enable those inventory organization as a manufacturing plant, and then we will start the manufacturing setups. So these are the prerequisites in real time. Corresponding functional consultant or maybe inventory consultant, they must configure before configuring the manufacturing. So now if you go back to again here, now what is the legal employer? Nothing but under which legal entity he joined, whether in US or India. He joined in US, let's assume. And under which business unit he joined? He joined in US1 business unit. And optionally, you can specify who is your manager. This is very useful if you are using employee supervised hierarchy for approvals. Otherwise, leave it. That's it. Save and close. Now, what I done here, I created one employee record, and also I created one user account for him. One user account for him. But this user account, he is not having any access, right? Now, as a functional consultant, if I am having admin access, I have to assign the roles to him. If I am not having admin access, what I will do? I will drop an email to my admin, sysadmin. He will provide the access. So as I am having access to sysadmin, nothing but a security console. Let's go and assign the role. So go to tools, security console. It's a 2-step process. For business users, if you want to provide access, it's a 2-step process. Step 1, assign the role. Go to users, search for user. So we know this employee joined in manufacturing team. We have to provide manufacturing access. So go there, employee. Generally, right, as I just now we discussed, right, he will get the access to, system will drop an email to him to reset his password. He will reset the password. But anyway, as I entered dummy email ID, system won't send any notification. Let me reset password manually. Okay. So now I reset his password. Maybe offline I will share with him. Now let's go to edit mode, assign the roles, add roles. First of all, he is the employee, right? So every employee, right, we have to assign one seeded role called the employee. By default, every employee we must assign. So if you assign this role, what will happen is he will get some access, like he will get access to view his pay slip, or maybe if he is going on vacation, right, he can create the vacation rules. All those SRMS, other related activities, he will get it. By default, every business user must have employee access. Let me assign. Now coming to specific role. If he is working on procurement team, if he is a buyer, we will assign role called buyer. If he is working in maybe AP team, right, we will assign AP related role. If he is working in GL, we will assign GL related role. If he is working in AR team, we will create AR related role, right? Or maybe if he is working in order management, we will assign OM role. But now let's assume this user is working in manufacturing plant. Now let's go and assign manufacturing role. Only we have to give manufacturing access, right? We can't give him GL or AP or PO access to him, right? So search with manufacturing engineer. Go with exact names. In demo instance, you will find a lot of duplicate roles. Don't think and those duplicate roles. Why? Because it's demo instance, right? Students will create dummy roles also. So go with exact roles. In production instance, you won't find anything like that, duplicate roles. So for manufacturing, production operator. So if you assign this role, right, he will get the access to create the work orders. Work order related activities he will perform. And supervisor means my boss. Generally, my boss have different role, right? He is my super user. So he will get the access to do some configuration, some stuff. Anyway, we will see. Production supervisor. So now I assign the roles. 7 close. So these are the 3 seeded roles are available. Depends on our requirement. We can customize, means I will copy this role and I will create XX underscore some role and I will do the customization. We will see how to do the customization. So now if you log in with this employee user, yes, he got the access. If you see, let me sign out. Log in with this user. Let's see whether he got the access or not. If you see here, if you go here, he got the access. You can see nothing he's having. If you go to tools, maximum, he can run some reports. And if you go to user account, he is not having access to any, what is this, security console. Sorry, not security console. What is that? FSM access, right? FSM access. And still he is not getting the manufacturing access. If you see, no manufacturing access is available. Maybe it will take time. Let's see. No need to wait for that. Okay. Still he is not having access. Manufacturing, if you see, he is not at all getting any manufacturing access. We will wait some time. So if he didn't get it, what you have to do? Your admin, what he will do? He will run a one job. Let's go and run that job. FA underscore IMPL. So you can run the job from tools, schedule process, or else from FSM also you can run. Go to setup and maintenance. Click on initial user. Whatever you are seeing, task, run user and role synchronization. If you click on this one, it will connect to same job only. If you click on this one, you can see a retrieve latest LDAP changes. Submit. So already one program is running. So at a time you can run only once. Let it be run complete. So now we assign the role, right, to my user. sorry, business user. How you will assign the role? By using security console. By using security console, I assign the role. Now I have to provide data access, right? So now my user, right, he is going to performing, let's assume these are the inventory manufacturing plants are there, 0, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So he is going to performing transactions on 1 and 2. But how system will know? We have to explicitly say to the user, right, to the system, so and so user, he is going to performing transaction under this manufacturing plant. So how you will provide the access? From FSM. You will provide the data access from FSM. Anyway, we will create our own manufacturing plant. Just to show you, I will use existing one. So go to users and security, Alt task, manage data access. This is the job. So click on plus symbol. Who is the user? FA employee. What is the role? For which role you are providing the access? Let's say production supervisor, operator. Context, as it is a manufacturing role, context is your inventory organization, right? So manufacturing plant. Context value nothing but a manufacturing plant name. So if you go here, all the manufacturing plants are available. Let's say 001. So now he is going to performing in 001 and 002 also. If that is the case, just you have to repeat same step. Click on plus symbol, same user, same role again, production operator. Now this time 002. So that means now my employee, this employee is having access to two manufacturing plants, 001 and 002. That means now in these two plants, he can create discrete jobs, nothing but a work orders, all work order manufacturing related transactions. Now he can perform. Can you perform in 005 or 004 manufacturing plant? No, he cannot perform. Why? Because he is not having access, right, to perform transactions in 004. Only he is having access to perform transactions in 001 and 002 manufacturing plants only. So like this, you will provide the access to the business users. Anyway, I use it just for time being seeded in manufacturing plant, but we will create now today our own plant. We won't use any single setup, seeded setups. Everything we will configure from scratch, okay? So this is how, right? You will provide access to the functional consultant. This is the one. And your business users. It is a two-step process. Any questions?
Rishi, quick question. So in the real-time project, right? So who will handle this security console activities? Is it a separate
That's how
role
we
or
discussed, right? Sysadmin. We won't get access. Sysadmin.
generally that sysadmin will be the client side guy or the
That is again, right?
implement-
Depends. Sometimes they will give you the access to from your one of your sysadmin, your organization only, or else client side only. Generally, right? Based on my experience, they won't give us in production. In demo, in dev instance, non-production instance, yes, we will get it. In production, client only will keep it.
Okay, and once the dev, say first we start with dev instance, right? Once we configure everything in dev instance, and
Yes.
when we test it, right? They
Yes.
load this, export this, and load it into production, or they will again redo the whole thing in production.
No, they have data loaded, sir. We have. I mean, which one you are asking?
I'm asking about the roles, the users, the access, all these things we
Yeah.
discussed just now, right?
Okay. Otherwise, what is your question is? Let's assume in dev instance I configured setups. Can I
I'm asking,
import all the my setups whatever I configured to other instance? That is your question, right?
one second. So let me rephrase it. Suppose we are implementing three modules: inventory, manufacturing, and finance. Okay, or say procurement, and we have say 500 users, and we have X number of roles, and some of them are seeded, some of them are custom, right? And then we configure the whole dev environment, and yeah, we said that okay, this is how it should be in the production. Okay, at that point, this thing can be this whole configuration with respect to these roles, users, access can be just exported and imported into
Yes,
production?
we have option. Please wait, maybe today or tomorrow I will discuss. Not only users and roles, your complete configurations also you can export and import into production. Not only one setup. You got my point, right?
Yes.
Now let's assume
Okay.
you configure 1000 setups in manufacturing and PO, right? Then all those 1000 setups, I have to import into another instance. Yes, we can do. You will
Okay.
come to know. Maybe today or tomorrow I will discuss that point.
Sure. Thank you.
That is
Well,
also you will do by
navigating
using,
across,
1 second, sir. 1 second, sir. That is also you will do by using FSM. So anyway, as you asked, right? Let me show you. Let me close that loop. So for example, right? So now manufacturing, right? Here you will see lot of inventory, manufacturing, everything. But generally we want to use this one. Why we want to use? But before going to that, let me tell you how Oracle will work. I mean, how many non-production instances are available. By default, Oracle will give you one dev instance, non-production, then one production instance. By default. Okay? By default. If your customer wants more than one non-production instance, then they may have to pay some amount. Please don't ask me amount, how much they will charge, right? So maybe your customer will procure one more instance called test instance, maybe one UAT instance, then production, right? But by default, you will get two instances. Sometimes they will call a instance, or maybe sometimes they will call it as a pod, POD pod, or maybe instance. Both are same only, Oracle point of view. Okay. Now, right, how it will work? Fusion application. It is, as we know, it is a cloud model, right? So in demo instance, if you go to FSM, you are getting lot of things here. But in real time, you won't get all the modules. All the modules. You will get only whatever license your customer is having. Accordingly, only you will get it. Okay. So now let's assume you implemented PO. Now, same setups or maybe manufacturing, I want to move to test. How I will move? Yes. If you go to corresponding module, so if you go here, right? Very good. Actions, import. You have to import everything. Then you will go to destination system. That file you will export. Or else, right? I'm having, that is the real time. It's not like that, right? Lot of junk data available, right? You cannot import junk data. Let's assume I know some junk data is there, but in manufacturing data is 100% maybe perfect, no junk data. Then individual functional area also you can export. So I will go to here, import, in another instance export. Or else in manufacturing also, if you see, these are the setups are there. In some places some junk data is there, only few setups are only I mean no junk data, perfectly fine. Then you can import individual setup also. Let's assume. So by default, Oracle will give you only mandatory fields available here, enabled. Lot of fields are hidden mode. So how to enable hidden mode? Hidden fields are go to view, column, show all. Now here you can see action button got failed. Now I want to upload this one, right? Only this is the one having no junk data. This is the only perfectly available. So only work centers I have to move to other instance. I will go over here, import and export. So that means entire module you can export, or maybe within the module corresponding functional area. Functional area setup nothing but functional area is nothing but a related setups. Individual functional area you can import or export, or maybe within that functional area individual setup also you can import and export. Okay. We will see how to import and export, but as you asked the question, to give you the answer just. Hope you are clear, right?
Yeah, thanks, Rishi. Thank you. It's clear now.
Yeah, I think. Sorry, yes, I interrupted someone. Someone having.
Yeah, I was just asking if you have any fast path codes directly to go to the application rather than going to the menu all the time.
Sorry, not getting. Could you please repeat?
Fast path codes, where you can type on the taskbar so that you can directly go to the sales application or
No, shortcut key, something like that.
Yeah.
No shortcut keys are available, but other ways
Oh,
are
yeah.
there. I will discuss. Like you don't need to
Okay.
always go to navigator. You can go and search here, or maybe we are having one global search here. Anything you can search here. We will discuss. Okay, but like in EBS, we are having right something control F9, something like that, right? We are asking.
Yeah, I'm not an EBS guy, but
Okay,
yeah,
okay,
the other
whatever it may be. But from
SFPs and
keyboard you
all that
cannot
stuff.
do.
Yeah, that's true.
But always, just to answer your question, always you no need to go. For example, I want to do some setup. I will go here and I will click on this one. No, you no need to follow the navigation. If you know at least some keyword, for example, in organization, simply I will search org here. It will give you.
Global search. Yeah.
Yes. This is the only module level search. If you see, as I am in manufacturing, only manufacturing related task only available. But if you go to global search, anything you can search. Even if I search with asset will come, related setup. Even if I search with payables, if anything is there with payables, you can see defined payables, everything will appear. If I search with the procurement related, maybe buyer, I have to create agent. I will search with agent.
The wildcard is what, a percentage sign or?
Yeah, percentage. Even you no need to use percentage also, just enter keyword, that is enough. You can use percentage also. Fine. Any further questions? We will discuss, sir. All the things we will discuss. Okay.
Now, one more question, Rishi.
Yes.
So, are there any profile options we need to enable before we start manufacturing after defining the?
Profile options are available, but it's not like EBS. In EBS, right, it will play key role. But here also available all the profile options. Maximum cases, right? Oracle only set all the values. So if you want to override those values, you can go and do. But anyway, going further, we will see. We are going to use few profiles based on business requirements. We have to modify those profile values. We will discuss.
Okay.
Yes, but just to answer your question, profile options are available.
Okay.
Okay. So any questions as of now? Anyone?
What are these profile options? Is it something like to control the
To control, yes.
forms or something?
Yes.
Okay.
We will discuss.
Okay. Yeah, we have there's something called processing option in all of those things. So, okay. Got it. Thank you.
Anyone? What happened to others? Only 4 or 5 people are asking questions. So maybe others are clear everything. Anyway, that's okay. Yeah, please ping your Gmail ID. Whoever not yet get yesterday's session video, please ping your Gmail ID so that I will share yesterday video and today video. Okay, now let's move to, okay. So now, right, let's assume I placed in project. See, sir, just please, right, while you are listening, right, carefully listen my words. I am not randomly creating any setups. How in real time we will do, right? Exactly in same sequence I am doing, right? Now, once you are joined in project, this is the first step your consultant will do. So now I got the access, right? So let me log in the application. Okay, I think I am already in application. What I have to do as a first step? If you join in any project as a first step, right? We have to enable, generally your manager or maybe whoever leading the project, right? What he will do is, he will enable the modules. What are the modules we are implementing? Means, first of all, we are having hundreds of modules, lot of modules, right? So in EBS, what will happen? Just it's a one-time purchase, as I know. You no need to go with module by module. But in Fusion application, it's not like that. It's a subscription based. Whatever required for you, you have to procure only those modules. So for example, right, in SCM, right, in SCM, we are having purchasing. Again in purchasing, right, we are having standard purchasing, self-service procurement, advanced procurements, nothing but procurement. We are having sourcing. We are having SQM, supplier qualification, and we are having supplier portal, nothing but iSupplier, okay, supplier portal. And inventory, quality, order management, manufacturing, like this modules are available, right? And if you go to finance, AP, ER, fixed assets, GL, right? Or maybe I'm having planning. Again in planning, huge list is there. Just I will type 1 or 2. Supply demand, supply management, demand, and production scheduler. Lot of stuff are there. Just I will go with simply instead of this one, I will go with only planning. Then we are having PPM, project portfolio management. Okay. So like this, multiple modules are available. Now what your customer will do, right? Whenever he is procuring the product, he will procure whatever modules required for him. Suppose I am running banking, right? I am running a bank. Why I require this SCM modules? Maximum I may require only procurement. That is also to procure some services. Even inventory not required, quality, OEM, manufacturing, nothing is required for me, right? But I have to get the license for complete finance, right? Similarly, right, like that, what your customer wants, accordingly, he will procure the license first. Procure the license. Let's assume he procured the license, he is implementing only for HCM module. Okay, HCM module. That means he procured, I will highlight here. Let's assume he is having procurement license, inventory license, OEM license he is having. Now, as part of phases, right? Sometimes you will go with phase by phase, right? Or maybe all these licenses, right? So that means what? As you are having license for PO, inventory, and manufacturing, that means you can implement only these 3 modules only. You cannot implement OEM or quality or maybe AP or GL or maybe planning PPM. You cannot implement. Why? Because you are not having license. Only you can implement what are the license your customer procured. Okay. Now I have license for PO. Again under that PO, complete PO suite I procured and inventory and OEM. So now how your customer planned your project? He is going with phase by phase or maybe in single phase. So let's assume as part of phase 1, he is implementing, let's assume, only inventory and core procurement. Core procurement. So that means what you have to do as a first step, right? Whoever may be working on, again, you want to do anything. That is only planning, sir. ASCP nothing but a planning center. Planning center. Okay. So whoever may be admin, right? Admin nothing but here who is the leading the project. What he will do is he will enable what are the modules you are implementing. Even though you are having license to, right? License to all the modules, but as part of phase 1, we are going to implementing only inventory and procurement. All these activities we will do from FSM only. That means first enable what is this options, right? Enable. How you will enable? That is the first step. Let me show you. So he will connect to FSM, but in demo instance, everything is available, already enabled mode. What your first time, right? Whenever you log in the application, your lead, what he will do is, he will go to actions, go to offerings. Enable offerings. Offerings nothing but this one, track. SCM is one of the offering. Finance is one of the offering. Planning is one of the offering. PPM is one of the offering. Under that SCM offering, we are having different modules. So first he will do enable offering. So if you see, these are the offerings, right? So he will click on this one. By default, it is disable mode. So what he will do is, he will click on opt-in feature, opt-in features. This is one way of enabling, okay? Opt-in feature, but generally this is the way we will use. Opt-in feature. I don't know, in demo instance, this option will take time. By default, here you will see disable, okay? Then here you can see, only we are implementing manufacturing, right? So we will, let's assume just only manufacturing. He will enable only these checkboxes. Then he will go to PO, purchasing. Again, here he will get disable mode. Then he will go to opt-in features. Under this offering, right, you are having multiple modules. What are the modules you are implementing? So you will go to options, opt-in features. That modules we will call it as a features. Enable features. I don't know the reason in demo instance. This option always takes time. But anyway, in production, if you are facing any performance issues, raise an SR. But in demo instance, we cannot do. Lot of things we will do, sir, from FSM. We will understand one by one. Hey, come on. Okay, if you see, if you are implementing only core procurement, I will enable this one. Self-service procurement you are enabling. Basically, I will disable in real time. But anyway, here it's already enabled. You can see receiving, right? Suppliers, supplier portal, sourcing module, supplier qualification, procurement contract. Based on what is phase one you are implementing, accordingly, he will enable. So once you enable, this is the first step we will do. Your lead, whoever may be managing the project. So he will enable the offering. Under that offering nothing but a track. Each offering having multiple modules. As part of phase one, we are implementing only for core procurement. So inventory and procurement. Only those features nothing but a modules in EBS technology. So once you enable, what system will do is to configure this PO and inventory. What are the setups required? System will generate automatically. All the setups system will generate. System will generate setups. Here we will call it as a task. So now this is the one he will do. Once he done, right, what will happen is if you come to FSM, here you will find only procurement and manufacturing only. You won't find anything. Even though you are having license for finance and planning and PPM, you won't find. Why you won't find? My project manager, he enabled procurement and inventory, means manufacturing. Only these two modules only he is enabled. Even though you are having license, you won't find here. So now how it is available is, as it is a demo instance, everything you are able to, right? All the modules are available and all the modules are enabled also. But if you go to real time, if you go to FSM and if you drill down here, you won't find each and everything. What are the things you will find? First of all, how system will start? What are the license you are having? Again, out of these 5 license, what are the modules you enabled? Only those enabled modules only available. So that means only procurement and manufacturing is available, means I can go and configure procurement and manufacturing only. Now, if you see procurement as everything is enabled, if you see supplier portal is available. Now, let me show you. Now, I will disable how it will generate. Now, I will go to procurement. I will go to manufacturing opt-in feature again. Let's assume I don't want implement at present as part of phase one, right? Right, I don't want to implement. That is my business decision. So based on your selection only, corresponding setups are available. If any setup is not available, means any module setup, maybe your project that is not in scope. Like that, you have to understand. Or maybe it's a by mistake not enabled. Check with your project manager. Go and enable. Let me show you. I will disable intentionally and I will show you. Come on. See, for example, right? Where is the sourcing? Here sourcing is available, right? Now I will disable the sourcing. So that means we are not implementing sourcing module. So as you are not implementing sourcing module, what it will happen is system won't show you sourcing related setups for you. Let me done. We will come to manufacturing also. This concept is same, whatever it may be the module. Now if I go to done, click on done. Now go to procurement. Anywhere you are finding sourcing here. Earlier sourcing is available bottom of the supplier portal. Now you will see sourcing is not available. Means sourcing module you cannot configure. Now I will go back again. I will enable procurement. But again, if your customer is not having license, you cannot enable it. Okay. First point is your customer must pay the, not pay, he must have the license. Then only your project manager, as part of project decision, right? How you are implementing phase by phase or maybe in single phase, we will enable. Now go back again. This form is always slow, but in production, it's not like that. If you are facing any performance issues, raise an SR. Again, SR creation process is same. How you will create, right? EBS, same thing. Now I will go back to sourcing. Where is that? Sourcing I already enabled it. Done. So like this, right? Now again, now where is the manufacturing, right? Let me show you. As we are in manufacturing, let me show you manufacturing. Go to manufacturing. Suppose you are not having manufacturing license, right? Or maybe you are having manufacturing, but we are not implementing as part of phase one. Only we are implementing inventory. Let's assume. So go to opt-in feature. Now here you can see, maybe you are implementing receiving, shipping, everything, but not manufacturing. Then you will disable this one. If you disable, you cannot perform any manufacturing related setups. Means as you are not implementing, even though you are having license, it may be part of phase two. So these are the activities whoever may be managing, right? Or else maybe as per, again it depends on how your project is going on. Maximum cases for project manager, right? Whoever may be leading the project, he will enable. Why? Because he is aware, right? What are the modules phase one, or else maybe over the meeting he will tell you what are the modules we are implementing. Accordingly, if you are working in manufacturing, you have to come here, enable this one. Or maybe whoever working on procurement, he will go to procurement. Accordingly, as part of project decision, he will enable. Okay. So based on your selection only, system will generate the setups in a session. Now, once you enable, this is the first step in any project. Otherwise, you cannot configure. Any questions?
One question, Rishi.
Now you can see, just 1 second, sir. Now you can see earlier sourcing is not available, right? Under supplier portal. Now you can see sourcing. Now I can do all the configurations. Okay. Yes, sir. Tell me.
Yeah, question, but little off topic. But so when we are upgrading from EBS to Fusion, right? So is there any kind of recommendations given by Oracle? Okay, these are the 10 or 15 things you need to do in order, in this order, so that your manufacturing is
No,
good
there
for
is any
upgrade.
specific document, but whatever you are seeing here, right? Oracle will given you the in sequence only. You no need to think also. For example, I want to configure procurement, or maybe I want to configure manufacturing. Let's go back to manufacturing. Now, what are the setups I have to perform? You no need to think about. Whatever Oracle provided in the same sequence we can do. Oracle already started all the setups in the sequence. Just go to manufacturing. Not only manufacturing, any module. Just follow the step. First, you have to configure plant. After configuring your plant only, then you can do other setups. In the same sequence, you can follow. All the steps are available in the sequence. in Fusion application. But in EBS, it's not like that. Okay.
Got it. Only question is, yeah, this is with respect to Fusion, everything is organized, put in order. But my question is, okay, on the EBS side, you need to take care of these things, like you just complete all the pending batches or work orders, push it to GL, no more web batches, no
No,
more
see,
open
that
batches.
is your business decision, right? That is not Oracle decision. See, for example, right? I'm having, let's assume, purchase orders, right? Today I'm using EBS, right? So now we are planning to implementing Fusion application. My go live date is, let's assume, maybe June 2025. Now your question is, what happened to my maybe work orders? What happened to my open purchase orders, open close orders? Generally, that is a business decision, right? You will both parties, customer and client, both will sit. They will come up with some cutoff date, right? They will come up with cutoff date. So during this cutoff date, whatever POs or work orders, possible cases, all they will close in EBS only. Once it's closed, you no need to migrate. But as part of this cutoff date, whatever maybe open purchase orders or open work orders are there, then only those work orders only you will migrate. Maybe my cutoff date is, let's assume, maybe February. So within that February, whatever possibility is there, your business, they will close purchase orders, work orders, everything, all the transactions. But whatever open orders are there, as part of this cutoff date, you will migrate only those open orders. It's a purely business decision, not Oracle decision. You have to come up with some cutoff date.
Got it. The reason I just asked is when release 12 was introduced sometime 2010-11 time, right? Oracle kind of published some documents saying that, hey, if you are a process manufacturing user, you need to check these 10 or 15
maybe
things.
Right, you are using same application within the EBS as upgraded. Maybe some limitations or maybe some restrictions are there. That is the reason published. But here both are different, right? You know,
Okay.
you don't need to have anything, any restrictions on this, right?
Got it. I just want to understand. Maybe out of your
Generally, this is
experience.
how it will work, sir. Based on cutoff
Okay.
date, we have to come up with cutoff date.
Okay.
We will try to reduce as much as possible open orders.
Okay. Yeah. I just quoted one or two things, but there will be n number of things
Yes.
in the
Yeah,
instance.
whatever it may be, not only here, right?
When we do
Not
that,
only PO work order, you are having AP invoices we created but not yet done the payment. Then what will happen?
Exactly.
You have to strictly to say your business. You have to do all the payments, whatever already invoice got created before this date. You have to do, otherwise you won't migrate.
Got it.
We will come up with plan. Your business also has to follow same thing. As per cutoff date, they have to clear.
Got it.
Otherwise, right, your reconciliation will be difficult.
Exactly.
Okay, fine. Yeah. Any further questions? So these are the first thing, right, whenever you are in project, right? So now onwards, now let's assume we enabled manufacturing. Now we will start. But again, it won't start, right? Now you placed in project, these are the first activities will happen. After that, what will happen? Your finance team will come. They will configure your prerequisite. These are the prerequisites, right? So first they will configure ledger, legal entity, business unit. Then your inventory team, what they will do? They will configure master organization and they will configure inventory organization. Then as a manufacturing consultant, I will go and let's assume only in these two plants only, inventory organizations only, we are doing manufacturing. I will mark, right, these two inventory organizations as a manufacturing plant, and then we will start our setups. We will see. So, or what we will do is, anyway, I will go and create some inventory organization wise. So all these things in demo instance, Oracle won't provide you anything. Your finance team and inventory team, they will configure. But in demo instance, as Oracle will give you seeded enterprise structure, this one will call it as a enterprise structure. In EBS, we will call it as a organization structure, right? If I'm not wrong, organization structure. So we will use this data and we will go and configure our own inventory organizations and our manufacturing plants. Everything we will configure from scratch. And maybe if anybody interested to know, right, about these details in detail, Already I said 8 to 9 hours prerequisite video, right? There in detail I discussed about ledger, even though that is not part of SCM, your finance team will do, but in detail I will discuss here. So please go and watch. What is that? What is the folder name, sir? I forgot. I don't know what is the folder name I given.
The FA prerequisite or
Yeah,
something, I think.
FA prerequisite something. So here you will find, right? Please watch. Here you can see, right? What is in detail I discuss about FSM, how to create currencies, calendar, chart of account, ledgers, legal entities, how to create item organization, inventory organization, sub inventories. But anyway, from here we will discuss as part of manufacturing only we will discuss. But anyway, I uploaded. Please go and watch if anybody interested to know in detail. But in real time, your finance team, they will take care. This is not our job as a SCM consultant. Okay. Any questions? So we already enabled, right? Manufacturing, I already shown, right? Or I didn't show. Let me go through. I think I already shown you, right? Manufacturing. So we'll go to manufacturing. How to enable manufacturing? Go to offerings under manufacturing. Anyway, in demo instance, it's already enabled. Just to show you. Go to opt-in features. This is the first step you have to do. If your project manager didn't done as part of project decision, you have to go and enable. Then only you can do the configurations. So, yes, we are going to creating items, right? Already enabled. Inventory management, inventory organization already enabled. Receiving, shipping, everything enabled. So if you come to manufacturing, this is the one. If you are not implementing, unselect this one. Anyway, by default, unselect, you have to go and select. Anyway, sir, we will stop here. Tomorrow we will start one by one, all the setups we will start. Any questions? Maybe on today's topic or yesterday's topic. If anyone didn't get the video, please ping your Gmail ID. Otherwise, it's not possible to share. Okay, fine. Any questions?
Just one comment. The only thing is,
one second, sir. If anyone having right, other than subject related questions, please discuss offline. Only here, subject related any questions or maybe issues you are having, only those please discuss. Why? Because watching the video, right?
Exactly. Subject related only I'm asking.
Only subject related. I mean, some people said they will ask how to do the payment. No, don't discuss anything here.
No. Yes,
no, I'm not saying you, sir. General discussion. Fine. Anything, right? Only subject related discussion only we will discuss here. Other than that, please call me separately. Anything you can discuss with me. Maybe if you are having some questions on procurement, yes, separately call. Please don't discuss other module open here. Why? Because while watching the video, right, other may get interrupt, or maybe during the session also they may get interrupt. Yeah.
Got it. Only one request is whenever you get a chance, just show the where and how we set the profile option, and also if you
that
can
is part of our course, sir. Profile options. We are going to complete some profiles. Some important profiles we are going to discuss.
Sure. Another thing is, can you also explain if how the diagnostics, right? That help diagnostics in EBS is handled in Fusion, like last query or something like that, right? We have some options.
Yes, we will discuss, sir. What is the right who columns? Those are part of sessions. We will discuss.
Thank you very much.
We won't miss anything, sir. Maybe in the end of the last day, you can please tell me if I miss anything.
No problem. Thanks a lot. Thank you very much.
Bye. Anyone having any questions?
Rishi, maybe you said it is out of box, but still just one or two line. What is Redwood? You said you tell later. Just one line.
We have one session. Now Redwood is a new, right, look and feel. it's a more sophisticated user point of view, right? To give the better experience, right? These forms are going to upgrading to Redwood pages. See, for example,
Okay.
right, how your form is look like here. For example, just to show you, right, I will go to manufacturing. I will go, where is manufacturing? I will go to manufacturing. Let's assume I want to configure work center. Now, how your work center? I will click on work center. How it is look like? Just see, this is the form, right? This is the old form. Now, same thing I will open in Redwood page. Your functionality won't change. Whatever options are available, everything will be there also, Redwood pages. Only look and feel. There you will use mobile scanning, everything you can use. So now I will go to, so I am not having access. Let me log in. Why? Because manufacturing access I didn't provide it, right? Still. Oh, I think I provided. Anyway, that's okay. Now, all right, I will open Redwood page. Same work center, right? Yes, it's a look and
Yes.
feel. That's it. But what will happen is slowly Oracle is upgrading your forms to Redwood pages. So as per Oracle, as I know, I may be wrong also. Earlier they said 25A. That means 25 January. But now they are saying 25 C quarter. Third quarter means August, September. So in that time, right, all your pages will get upgraded to Redwood pages. Means your look and feel is going to change. Functionality won't change. Now let me show you. Anyway, I will use Redwood pages only. Okay, don't worry.
Yeah.
Now if you see,
Because nowadays, inside the team, a lot of things like
that's only sir.
what is.
Now if you see same form only, I will open in Redwood. Just see how look and feel. Just only look and feel. But whatever features are there, checkboxes, functions, everything available. Now this is your Redwood page. So to customize this Redwood page, right, you must have access to here. You can see Visual Builder. So it is a program your technical team will do. They need to know Groovy scripts. By using you have to install this Visual Builder, right? And suppose I want to add some new column here, new field I have to add. All those activities we will do by using Visual Builder by writing Groovy script. But if you ask me functionality wise, if you stick to functional side, right, or maybe features, you won't see any change. Only look and feel.
Okay. So both transaction and setup will be different.
Yes. No. Just I upgraded it. Don't go with the transaction and setup. Now, thousands of forms are available, right? So now slowly
Yes.
Oracle is upgrading your forms look and feel to Redwood pages. It is upgrading. Now, as part
Okay.
of that one, few of the forms upgraded, but still few of the forms not yet upgraded. Those are in old look and feel only. But again, right,
Okay.
if you don't like this one, right, this old new form, you can go back to old form also. As of now, Oracle is providing that option. You can choose, that is based on profile option. You can choose whether your application should be in old look and feel or maybe new look and feel. But in 25C onwards or maybe end of 2025, let's assume, you won't get any option. By default, your forms will get upgraded to Redwood pages. Got it right?
Yeah, got it.
At present, you are having option. You can choose by using profile whether you want to go in. For example, if you take work center, whether you want to be stay in old look and feel or new look and feel. But going further in 2025, end of 2025, you won't get that option. By default, your setups or maybe transactions will be available in Redwood only by default. But anyway, you don't need to worry. Why? Because that is just look and feel. Your technically, you may see some changes. Why? Because you have to know Visual Builder, Visual Builder Studio, and your technical team, if they want to customize this page, they have to know Groovy script. But if you ask me functionality point of view, as a functional consultant, we no need to worry. Just look and feel will change. In simple word, to answer your question. Okay.
I
Yes.
see
Clear,
one
right?
question.
Hope it's clear, right?
It's clear, Rishi. Thank you.
And also going further, we will use Redwood pages only. Why? Because even though it is optional to use Redwood page, But in future, right, obviously 100% you have to use only Redwood page. Our training will go on Redwood pages only. I will show you old pages also. Okay. Anyway,
Okay.
yeah, fine.
Rishi,
Yes,
uh,
sir.
right now, we will have the inventory organization,
Mm.
which is for the manufacturing, we need the plant.
Yes.
Two different, right?
No, 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 no.
But if I may,
No, within the
if
inventory, that's all you will come to understand tomorrow, sir. You have inventory
okay,
organization, you have to mark whether that is inventory organization is a manufacturing plant or only simply distribution center.
okay. If I want to degrade it from the manufacturing plant to distribution center,
No, I don't think,
can
sir.
I do
Because
that?
as you already performed all the transactions, right? Maybe you have to clear everything. I don't know. I don't think. Or
Okay.
maybe let's see whether Oracle is providing option. Let me show you.
Okay, thanks.
So anyway, I will discuss tomorrow more detail. Why? Because tomorrow we will configure inventory organization. There we will see. But anyway, let me check it whether we can uncheck that checkbox or not. It's just a
Okay,
checkbox. You can see.
not possible.
Yes. Maybe you have to clear all the transactions. Maybe that time it's possible. Now at present you are having lot of in 001 organization, Seattle, lot of transactions are there, right? Manufacturing. That is what I mentioned. It may, again, I'm not sure, sir. I never came across. Okay. Maybe
Mm.
Do
once
you have any
you
field level help here?
sorry.
Field level help.
Yes, available, sir. We will see, sir, one by one. Right.
If you click on the field, you get help, right?
Yes, yes. Yes, we will get it.
Okay.
Okay. Maybe you can, if you are having facing this issue, raise an SR. Maybe they will confirm you.
Okay.
Or else you are not having any option. You have to close. Suppose this manufacturing plant you are closing, you have to inactivate. You have to clear all the transaction, inactivate as a distribution center. Maybe you have to create another one. Anyway, better check with Oracle, sir, if you are having really that requirement.
Okay,
But
thanks.
as long as you perform transactions, it's not possible.
Okay.
Fine.
Thank you.
So, okay, if no questions, yeah, that's it for today.